Hunter Sarisse is a collab exclusive 5-star water bow unit who was introduced in the collaboration event with Monster Hunter over a year ago. Among the 3 limited units introduced in the event, Hunter Sarisse was perhaps one of the most sought after unit due to her overall higher damage output and, in my opinion, relative ease of control than the other 2 units. Though more than a year has passed, her kit still stood the test of time and numerous game updates and is still viable even till this day. Let's look into her kit and find out why is that the case. Her first skill, Tactical Retreat, costs nearly 4000 SP and deals 2400% damage, split into a hit of 218.5% to surrounding enemies and a hit of 2182.7% in a line. This skill also increases the user's next force strike by 100%. This skill does have an above average SP cost, but the damage is also above average. The force strike buff is the icing on the cake that makes this skill even more delicious. Overall, it's a good skill with high cost and high damage, with an additional buff that increases the value of this skill. Her second skill, Haste Rain, costs exactly 10,000 SP and has only one main function, which is to increase the charge rate of Sarisse's force strikes by 30% for 30 seconds. This skill is quite expensive, but the charge rate increase is very impressive, allowing Sarisse to significantly increase her DPS and SP gain within the 30-second duration, especially considering her force strike focused kit. Overall, it's a good skill that synergizes very well with her kit. Coincidentally, both versions of Sarisse have the exact same set of co-abilities. Skill Haste and Increase in Energy Level for every 20 hit combo are very good co-abilities, with the latter allowing her to play well with most water units in the same team. For her abilities, let's talk about her most unique ability, Bow Expertise. It grants Sarisse a unique force strike for charge levels. The force strike can also reduce the enemy's strength by 15% for 10 seconds. A very interesting feature of her force strike exclusive only to her is the amount of hits and the damage distribution for all of the hits. The force strike can hit from 3 hits up to 20 hits, with the damage modifier decreasing 70% for every 4 hits. The number of hits depend on the size of the enemy and the direction they move from the arrow, though I wasn't able to observe the latter. This ability makes her force strikes incredibly powerful and an important asset in her kit, especially when synergized with her force strike enhancing skills and abilities. Her second unique ability is 25% force strike damage and 20% force strike charge rate, further enhancing her force strikes. Her resistance ability is 100% burn resist, wonderful for both High Brunhilde and Aeha and Atoha stages. If it isn't very apparent already, Hunter Sarisse has a very heavy emphasis on her force strikes in her kit. With her numerous skills and abilities enhancing her force strikes, having force strike related abilities are necessary, which are force strike damage and striking haste. Force charge is okay too, but isn't really that necessary. The rest of the abilities suitable for her can be any form of offensive ability, preferably crit rate and crit damage to hit hard. For her dragon, I wouldn't really recommend Siren this time, despite her high skill damage, as she is obviously more of a force strike unit. The best dragon I could recommend is Reborn Poseidon, with its highest overall damage increase. Nemesis and Dragon Jane, to boost crit damage and crit rate respectively. Gabriel also has a relatively high damage increase, and is also a suitable dragon to use, as long as Sarisse has access to heals. The twin rabbits are also a good option, mostly to charge her skills faster, to boost her force strikes. Leviathan is the most budget 5-star option available, that is universally accepted for most water units. For her weapon, Ame no Hajiyumi is a great weapon on her, obviously due to the skills and abilities on Ajito weapons, but also the appearance that kind of matches the Monster Hunter theme, with the eagle head on the center of the bow. The Asa Mercurius is the next best bow for her, and also any of your best bows available, preferably with high strength stats. For her imprints, these 8 are what I personally would equip, generally used in most battles without much change in configuration. An emphasis on force strikes is the ongoing theme for all 3 Monster Hunter collab units, but Sarisse is able to bring out the most potential out from her kit, making her perhaps one of the most powerful force strike focus units in the game even till this very day. Despite her being powerful, there is one major weakness that she possesses. She is a collab exclusive unit, and quite an old one at that, meaning that not many people have access to her, meaning that this video isn't really useful to many players. It's a very rare sight to see Hunter Sarisse in co-op battles. Overall, she is an incredible unit and is an asset to any players fortunate enough to get her in the collab banger early last year. Now go out there and show off to the other players a unit that they might have not seen before and might not able to get in any way other than a rerun. That's all from me. Moga out.